there, even though they managed a lead.
Right, race 363. This one before the break. We take a break after this and then we're back with racing. Race 363 is for the Fiona Dennis Trophy. This is senior lightweight single sculls, and it has
Oxford Brookes on the Berkshire Station and the University of London on the Buckinghamshire Station. Imogen Mackey representing Oxford Brookes and Susie Perry representing the University of London. And we've had 3 University of London crews in a row.
So is this the hat-trick? At the moment, it is advantage to Brookes. Now, there's an awful lot of Brookes support here. There's a lot of Brookes boys and girls, some of them with Brookes blazers on, and they will be given an almighty cheer. However, Susie Perry of UL, and there was a slight wobble there. Was that wind or
Looks
just
quite bumpy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And I mean, I commentated on Imogen Mackey's race earlier in her semi-final, and that was a really tough one. She was up against a really competitive Tideway scullers, single sculler, who charged her right to the line, and she only won by 3 feet in her semi-final. So she'll have been really hard pushed in the race before this one. Susie Perry had a little bit of an easier transition into the final. She won her semi by a length and 3/4, so she's had the easier route through. But does that mean that she's going to be able to sort of, climb back through the latter stages of this race? And it's quite tight. As we go through this sort of 400, 500 metres in marker.
Very, very tight race this, and the umpire is just giving reminder there to Imogen Mackey of Oxford Brookes to move back over her station. But it's been a fair race this. Imogen Mackey has been troubled a little bit. Could be the wash, could be a little bit of wind. But Susie Perry, furthest away, she looks to be just squeezing a little bit more out of these finishes and possibly getting her nose in front. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, both of these scullers are very experienced. Susie Perry was a medalist at the British University Champs in her lightweight single scull, which, with the quality that we've had here today, we see a few in the elite lightweight singles as well that contest in that event. So a really high quality field. Imogen Mackey was a medal. She actually won at the Holland Becker the other weekend, which always has a really good field of international athletes. And we really are
here we go.
quite tight in this still, and I think it might be Imogen.
Bit of encouragement, plenty of Brookes support here, and a bit of a roar from the Brookes contingent just outside our commentary position, and it sees
3/4 of a length to Imogen Mackey as it stands through the halfway point, but she's got to hang on to that. I don't know what Susie Perry can do to finish. She had a very strong finish at the British University Champs, if I remember rightly, so we should see her wind through the rates as we go 500 metres to go.
And some of the Brookes girls have decided to run down the towpath and offer their support, and they're shouting and roaring, and she has responded. How good is that?
Wowee. This is an incredible final, and Imogen Mackey reliving the semi-final where it was this close again.
Well, interesting enough, Susie Perry was aware there of that push, and she glanced over and had a push, but the result of that was that she just drifted a little bit over towards the boom. So, by gum, they call this the ultimate discipline, and it is really. You're not only are you racing people, but you've got the wind and the any stream there is. You've got all sorts of things to contend with, and you are giving it plenty. By this time, they'd be pretty tired. Okay, they've covered about 1,000 metres, and you are racing side by side. Forget race plans, forget multi-lane racing and doing certain time. You have to beat the person next to you.
Oh, wow, I think we've had a change in lead.
She's had a bit of a spurt on here. Look at that.
And I think it's now Susie Perry leading by about half a length. And
that's fantastic.
When Imogen Mackey was 3/4 of a length coming up through the enclosures, just goes to show in these single sculls you can never write anything off.
Imogen Mackey there just dipped her left-hand scull in a little bit deep, gave her a wobble, but she's
looking
not
quite tired, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's not giving up, and she look at that. Look at the effort.
This is a gritty race.
Oh, it's almost, they're going to row themselves to a standstill.
And she looked across there to Susie Perry. I think she's managed to bring herself back on terms after a real slog through that, I'd say 1,000 metre to 1,250 metre marker, and they are so tight
Well,
right
we've
now.
moved to the finish camera now, and we're going to take this one all the way home, and it looks to me as if the Brooks girl is winding it up.
And I think Imogen Mackey's being warned for her steering there. She is drifting across to the middle of the river towards Susie Perry, but
She is, but has she got ahead? Oh, there's a wobble. This is fantastic
Oh.
stuff. Oh, my goodness, no, She just stopped there for a second. Did she think she'd crossed the line?
But I think they're both struggling with the conditions because Susie Perry just did the same
I
thing.
think you're right. Now, here we go. She's having another spurt.
They're
What a
going
finish.
for it.
What a
Wowee.
finish.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, we don't have a camera line there, so, we're a bit off the finish line, so we'll have to wait for confirmation of those results. But that last piece that last 250 metres, 100 metres, looked like a real battlefield,
Well, the first
didn't it?
thing was, it looked like Imogen Mackey had thought that she'd crossed the line because she just stopped for a second, looked over, then got going again. So she was behind. So the lead changed hands, crikey, I don't know how many times.
5 times.
How often do you see that?
But I think, after Imogen stopped...
To be honest, how
Then
often
Susie
do you
stopped.
get so excited about, lightweight single sculling? I mean, that was absolutely fantastic. What a race.
That was brilliant. And, I hope that we get a result for that one soon. Looking at the camera images there, I don't think either of them really know who won that.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Well, we will have to wait there. There's a gap now with racing. So remember, you can get all the results on the web. As soon as we get that one, we will let you know. We resume racing here again at 28 minutes past 3.